All right, so I was saved at the age of 13, and just right here in Minerva, just the church right up the road from here. Then, about my senior year in high school, I started falling away from the Lord and just, doing drugs and out partying and just not doing what I should have been doing. So then, after graduation, I got a job working with my dad, and I worked with him for up until December, and that's whenever he passed away. And that was definitely difficult for me because at that time I should have turned to Jesus and looked to Jesus for my answers, but I didn't. I looked everywhere else but there. Just everything from, you know, drugs, chasing women, partying, carrying on, just being a total idiot. That's where I was at that time. And that lasted for a lot of years. So in that time, I had met a girl. We dated for a bunch of years. Finally got married to her. And we had both got back into church and started going, and it was a good thing. But still, it was just, I wasn't good at being a leader when I should have been in our marriage. I had a lot to learn. So we ended up getting divorced after being married only a year and a half. And I remember at that time, my heart actually hurt. I was just broken so bad after that. After that divorce, it was just hard on me. And then we actually got remarried about 2 years later. And then we struggled for another 5 years and still fell back into the same patterns and things that we were doing wrong before. So ultimately got divorced again. And at that time I was working in the oil field, and I just started working so many hours. Just that's all I did, just to get my mind off of things. And I actually started missing church. I had never missed church before that for 7 years, and just didn't go just because you always had to work. And that just took me further away from God. In late 2016, I ended up getting hurt at work, and almost lost my left eye out of the deal. And it was just a real difficult time because I just felt far away from God. My wife had left me. There wasn't much hope at that time. So that's pretty much the time when I found Grace Chapel, because I had been looking for a new church, and it was good to hear some fresh preaching like that. I just really enjoyed listening to Pastor Kurt and just how he was dissecting, the Bible, book by book, verse by verse. It was just good, and I really liked that. So I had been a tither since probably 2007. I just don't miss. That's one of the things I am grounded in. And I remember after I got hurt, I only had, very little money in the bank and not much coming in, like a 2-day paycheck. And you're sitting here looking at this and you're wondering, do you still tithe and trust God? Because, I'm off work and not knowing what to do. So I just, said to the Lord, I've trusted you this far, and I'm going to continue to trust you. And, with no money coming in, still paid my tithes like I should. And sure enough, he come through like he always does. And I just can't even explain the blessing that all this has turned into. It's been pretty amazing. You won't believe me if I told you. He's just so good. So now in my life, I really don't have a job to go back to, and while I've been off, I really have reignited my passion for working on stuff. I had bought an old truck and fixed it back up, and had some projects of my own that I was working on, and just restoring some old bikes and things, and it really helped to reignite that. I had fell away from that a lot in the past. So I'm pretty excited that I feel that I'm supposed to open up my own shop and just kind of pursue that for a while and see where God takes me there. So pretty excited for that and a little nervous at the same time. But I know he's gotten me this far, so I'm looking forward to good things.